All right. So last time we did a lot.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
We entered a well at one point. We found some secret stuff. We talked to some various individuals after a soup kitchen adventure to kind of understand that something is kind of precarious around here to investigate. They investigated it, entered a well, invited Madame Sorcery to help out a bit. Discovered some interesting clues. Watch last step for more details. And overall, perused Blaze's journey as a chef to become good enough to impress his dear old ma. While Borach and Qford had a relaxing time at the massage parlors, getting drunk, and then took upon themselves some quests. Interacted with a peculiar mercurial, gained some insight, and he was overly friendly. So Borach took note of that. And now we're back. Also, Yormisk had a great time in the Night Kingdom, strolling about, unfurling from his social shell. Kind of get to know the people, and learn a bit more about himself and the Shadowlings themselves as he returned to the world of living with the others, but still in the Enclave. All right. Did anybody have last minute things they were doing in the day 4 night before it moved over to the day 5 day?
Nope. I didn't. I did not.
All right.
Maybe I pray in the Josha.
That's fine. Cool. Well, that's good. Okay. All right. So in the morning of, also I'm sick for anybody who doesn't know or whatever. I was sick all week, but I'm here, so it's fine.
I also am.
Yeah, so if you hear me coughing on the mic, that's why. Not really anything I can do about it. It's involuntary. I can't like mute right before. So it'll just happen occasionally here and there. But I'll do my best when I'm not going to have to speak a bunch to mute a little bit. All right, so first off, I'll move people closer to where they may be. When they're
I'd probably
resting.
stay with the twins, actually. Well, not the twins, but the two people we saved from the well.
Oh yeah, they were going to my house. They were going to my house. They were staying with me.
So you want to stay at Grant's house?
If he'll have me.
He'd be fine with that.
Okay. That's fine then. He stays in the Shots District. Alright, cool. Alright. So, and there's over here. Okay. So, morning rises. Everybody wakes up from, difficult sleep. A clear tension in the air. But not quite a conflict of any sort. There's no screaming or anything outside.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start at Anger of the Earth because it's got 2 players there.
Okay. Well, upon getting up, I think Grant is actually angry at how many people are at his house. So that we're already off to a great start. Did I rest since technically I was doing something in the night last night? Do I still get a rest
Yeah, you
for that
still
or
get
no?
to rest.
Okay, bet. I just had to make sure. Yeah, so I wake up and I did say that as long as the siblings would work there, like I was fine with them staying there. So, I'm chilling on that. I actually got people helping me now, unlike fucking Ashura. Um but I will oh yeah. I'm going to are you awake yet? Are you awake yet, Maggie?
I feel like Iris would be up and trying to like make something for everyone to eat, but she
Okay.
doesn't know where to find things, and it doesn't intrude. So she's
Oh,
kind of
okay.
like wandering and poking around without actually doing anything.
So Grant, that's the thing is Grant's got a shit ton of stuff to cook. Grant, hey, people don't know Grant's a bit of a chef. Okay, so here's the deal. I will meet with you, and I'll see you like looking around and shit. I'm gonna pull up on you. I'm gonna be like, hey.
Oh, good morning.
What
I was
are you?
trying to find your cooking supplies. I wanted to make you food for having me stay here.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's fine. Don't worry about that.
I just feel like I should be doing something.
Well, we've got this fight coming up soon. After that fight, I'm gonna be gone for a little while, probably about 2 days ish. After that, I would appreciate it if you could maybe watch the store since Ashura's not gonna do it. Oh yeah, I guess you haven't met Ashura.
I have not.
I call Ashura down from upstairs. I'm like, Ashura!
I'm coming. What's up?
Just give me a second. Somebody for you to meet. This is
Good morning.
This is Iris. She's been working with me recently.
That's right.
And I figured that if she's already gonna be like staying here, then she should, because we gotta watch over these two guys. I guess you haven't met them either. You were asleep the entire time. Under my breath, I just muttered, "Lazy fuck." But these two are also they're gonna be working here for a little bit. We got a lot of people staying here. I know they're gonna be working. I have to head out for 2 days later today. So, she is gonna be watching over stuff here. Iris, that's Ashura. He's so he may or may not potentially be kind of a god, kind of emissary type deal.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, he lives here. That's my. I follow him.
Yeah.
Well,
hello.
A pleasure to meet you, I guess.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be
I
pleased to meet myself as well.
Yeah. That's I pull her to the side and I'm like, yeah, that's the kind of guy you're gonna have to be dealing with for the next few days.
Oh, joy.
But regardless, I would like if you would watch it since these two are gonna be working here. You kind of got to watch over them. Ashura is, he's Ashura. Nothing else to be said about that. And so because of that, if you can, I'll let you. If any jobs come in or you make money for anything, hey, you can keep that money. I guess you can keep it, or at least a decent amount of it. Some of it does have to go back into the store, otherwise we get in trouble. But yeah. Anyways, I just thought I'd clarify that since you decided to stay here and keep watch over these two guys, which honestly is probably for the best because I don't know who the fuck could be after them. I mean, that guy's 12 feet tall, and the fact that they were able to capture him is kind of terrifying. But
Okay. Just a side question. How long will it take for the train station to be fixed?
I think
it'll be
Just Green
operable on day 7.
Yeah, I think the old
All
guy
right.
is working on it right
That
now.
works. So Iris does have the ability to agree to this.
Yes.
All right, awesome. So she smiles and says, "Of course, I'd love to help you, Grant."
That I. Why?
Yes?
What is? See, that's weird because you got
What?
because
Smiling?
the other day you had this whole like last time you smiled you did a bad thing.
Oh, it just happens, I guess.
Hmm.
Of course.
Hmm. You know what?
I'm feeling a little concerned that you guys might not trust me, and I'm trying my best.
Mm, I wouldn't say I don't trust you. It's just there's a
I mean, there's
you,
lots of different reasons to smile. One's to be kind, and one's when you're excited, and one when you find something funny. That kind of thing.
Sure, I get that. It's just I've never seen you. I've seen you smile like 3 times, and all 3 of those times somebody died.
Oh, maybe that.
There is a recurring
that
theme. You
doesn't
gotta
really-
understand where I'm coming from.
I do see a theme now.
It's
I will
little-
try my best that no one dies.
Well,
Yeah,
to be fair, some of the jobs that come in, they do want people dead. You can accept
Oh, there
those,
you go.
so that's fine. But I'm just letting
Alright.
you know that it's not that I don't trust you. It's just you gotta be careful.
Right. I will try to smile less.
Well, I mean, you don't have to smile. See, now that makes me sound like an asshole. No. We're not doing that. I'm just saying, don't. If you're gonna cause trouble, don't let it destroy my store. That's all.
Oh, no. I'll make sure.
Okay. Because I also live here, so
Yes, that would be very troublesome.
that would suck.
Yes, very bad.
But yeah,
But yes, no explosions.
Okay,
You're
all
good.
right. Okay. All right.
I promise.
Good. I've been in situations with you where I've been exploded twice.
That's a very good point. I don't have a very good running track record, do I?
You're understanding why it's hard for me.
Yes, I'm understanding now.
All right. Okay. But I have to ask you. I have to trust you. It's not whether I do or don't trust you. I have to trust you in this scenario because
Right.
I know you better than the 2 other guys that are here. And I look up at the 12-foot guy and I'm like, no disrespect, homie. But
All right.
you're fine. It's just, the whole memory thing and whatnot.
I
Like we
understand.
can't be taking risks. Regardless, yes, I'm gonna be heading out on a mission that I've been needing to head out on for a while. Ashura,
Yeah. What up?
is there any names on that list?
The list. Let me comb through. And he kind of pulls up his sort of something that he can look at. Seems like others can't look at. And he comes through it and he goes, seems like one is pretty close to showing up.
Okay. Just wondering, because I might be able to do a lot more with that list in the coming days.
A list? I'm just confused.
I look at Ashura. I look back at her. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Maybe in due time. Maybe. But yeah. I gotta there may be more we can do about that Ashura in the coming days. You said you're looking for cooking stuff, right? You don't really need to cook for me, I guess. But there, you know, we got a lot of people here. I'm sure you and me could whip something up, I suppose.
Of course, I'd love to
People
help
don't
you.
know I'm a little bit of a chef. Although they had the audacity to say
Really?
that fucker was better than me. But okay.
Oh,
Anyways.
I see.
I see. Yeah. I take
I mean,
over
he
to
seemed quite nice.
see that's I bet he would seem quite nice to you.
Did he? Well, what exactly did he do to make you so angry at him?
Cause he's trying to use his he uses his position, like what he has going for him, as like a holier than thou type thing, so he can fucking make moves on women. I hate it.
Oh,
I hate it.
yikes. That's fair.
But apparently the gods think he's a better cook than me. So I look up and I'm just like angry. I just look up. You see like a ray of light shining down from nowhere on top of me, and you see me looking up. It's like a manga panel. And I'm just looking up.
Iris looks up, trying to find the source of the light.
I look back at you and I go, all right, let's cook. And I take you
Alright.
over to the kitchen, the like cooking area I got in the back. And it's decently well stocked. I'd say that Osher has eaten like half of through what I got though.
That makes sense. Wait, so gods have big appetites, or is it just him?
He's like a weird situation. Like he's technically like he's a god, so like he is immortal type deal. Like he is an emissary, but he's kind of like not. He was like thrown out, kind of.
Oh.
You know, he told me a little bit about what happened with the last guy. I don't know if he likes me talking about that, but
You can talk
no
about it.
worries.
okay. Yeah, his last guy may or may not have killed everybody in his plane, and then left, leaving Austria with no plane. And so they revoked his emissary status.
That wasn't because that's not why. They revoked it because it got blown up.
Yeah, it got blown up.
So his realm got blown up. Your
Yeah.
realm got blown up?
Yeah. The main thing is it probably wouldn't have gotten blown up if the grate was still there. But
Yeah.
it got blown up because with nobody there to do anything about it, it kind of just
Right.
got out of hand. I'm not supposed to interfere.
Because he's an
That
emissary.
I'm very sorry.
That's better off.
Okay.
Place is kind of a test anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how did you meet him, Grant?
So you know that big ass mountain? You probably know the
Yes.
big ass mountain. You're a sigilist. You guys have lived under there for a while. Big ass mountain the
Yep.
archivist crashed into. Sorry about what happened, y'all, by the way. Big ass archivist crashing. And well, I lived up there for a while. I was kind of like, I guess I was the most like physically capable person there for a while. I was kind of like a bodyguard. I heard somebody screaming for help off the side of the mountain one day and didn't know who it was, but thought it. Yeah, I thought it was somebody from our town that had fallen off, and so I jumped down to help, and I saw him down there, and I was like, well, I can't just leave him here, so I helped him, and then he was like, "You are my champion now," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." But then Sturma got mad at me, and I pull like the collar of my jacket to the side, and you see like a chain around my neck, kinda, and I'm like, and then that happened, and I got cursed by Nyland because I was already a champion for Sturma, and then yeah, they didn't like, you can't have two gifts, like two blessings, so
That is very good to know. I will keep that in mind.
Yep. People don't realize that everything I do hurts me greatly.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Curse. Do you mind if I take a look closer at your collar?
I mean, you can, but I can tell you that it's like a curse that's got like some kind of trial attached to it. I don't know shit about it yet.
Huh. Can I try and examine the collar just to see what's going on?
Yeah, go for it. Apply danger sense and int. Yeah, that'd be
Okay,
fine.
so intelligence and danger sense. Oh,
That's
because
crazy.
I've just done like the middle one. I should got my rolls out of the way.
Yeah.
I didn't do my rolls either. So right, hold on. Thank you.
So, you go to analyze this shackle. You start looking into it. You kind of think about things that you know, and after a bit of looking at it, you get the idea that it does look quite ancient in design. And as you kind of feel like maybe you kind of understand the mechanism, you take like 50 mental damage.
Fuck.
Ow! She just kind of grabs her head.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait, are you good? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you?
Oh, that was
Yeah,
interesting.
oh. Yeah. Yeah. It's.
Very
I mean,
ancient.
yeah.
Yeah, sure. Pops in and he says, yeah, and be careful with god relics that are actually god relics. Investigating them can lead to some problems.
Yeah.
Especially if they're recently touched by an emissary. Don't have to worry
Yeah.
about my cups and glasses, but yeah, just fair warning in the future.
That's really good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, I recommend the safe-ish ones are Deoceans, only hurt your body. Sokuras only kill those nice to you, and Sturmas are fine. They're completely okay. But
Yeah.
Nylons don't mess too hard with those ones, you know.
Order
Right.
time stuff.
Learn that the wrong way. Oh, and the dosha ones will kill you straight up, so don't do those.
Yeah.
All right,
All
later.
right.
And he goes back
Thank
upstairs.
you.
Yeah.
So no dosha, thank you.
No. Yeah. We know somebody that follows dosha.
We do.
We do.
All right, let's see.
Borach's
Dosha does a lot of
guy.
damage. I figured. All right.
Yeah, that's it's kind of easy to piece that one together. Speaking of which, you know what happened to him yesterday?
That
You know where he
sounds-
went?
Yeah, I think he went to drink.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess I should have pieced that one together. I guess. Yeah, that was a bit foolish on my
Blaze was talking about a bar that he goes to, and
part. Yeah.
it
Okay.
piqued his interest. And there was a whole thing about glaze or something.
Gaze. I remember gaze. Yeah,
Ah, yes.
I remember. Yeah, we were all confused about his name for some reason. I remember that. Yeah.
I mean, I think glaze, but
I mean, you can't be sure. We'd have to ask him.
I thought we did when we first met him. Or
Did
was that
we?
just... Pretty sure
Uh,
he shared a cookie with me.
you know, I wasn't paying attention, if I can be honest. That was kind of a
Oh,
lot
that's
happening
fair.
at that point in time. Anyways, yeah,
It did. A lot did happen.
yeah, turbo curse. Basically, if I do anything wrong that I disagree with you, so you know my like embolism field. This little
Yes.
curse thing I got is like a reverse embolism field, like inside myself, I guess. So if I do things wrong, my entire body is weakened.
That's inconvenient.
I'm also not allowed to do things for myself. I can only do them for others because Nylan said I was too selfish and greedy because I was attempting to follow under two fucking guys, even though it wasn't really my decision.
I was going to say, weren't you just trying to help? These
Yeah.
emissaries are sounding more and more complicated than I first realized.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, God does not mean good. There are
That's
evil
fair.
gods. I mean, that's well known in history. And honestly,
Yes. Yeah.
sometimes I'd call fucking Ashura evil, that asshole. Anyways, yeah, that's the whole curse thing. I'm glad you're willing to take over the shop while I'm gone, though. That's pretty
That's no
necessary.
problem.
Because then I'd have to close it down and make even like I haven't made anything from the shop in a little bit because we've been dealing with all these side things and things unrelated to my shop. The most business I've had to attend to is a meeting the other day, but you know.
Right.
So what do you think is the deal with these guys, the guys in the other room, the 12-foot guy and the other one?
Well, if I remember correctly, they are the sons of the Spirit King, right?
Yes, the sons of Fenrir. Yeah.
I don't know why they might have amnesia, but for some reason the Marauders must need them.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering about. Is
For some kind of
what is it they need?
sacrifice.
Yeah.
But maybe it's to reenact a spell of some kind to maybe destroy the city or do something.
We know they have access to ancient magic.
Yes. Can be quite
So that
dangerous.
means that they could be working with a sigilist or somebody that has some form of greater power. Also true.
True.
But I'm gonna assume a sigilist because I don't want to assume that we got to fight a like mega demon or something.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm not even sure where this like Marauder group is based, where they come from, anything like that. I know we got some information when we went down the well the other day, but maybe we should I don't know, maybe there's gonna be a guy on the in the attack later that we can like take and use for information.
For sure. I wonder if I could make a tag that's like a truth serum. Ooh. I just had an idea.
Ooh. I like that idea. That's truth serum.
Just something I thought up of.
Hold on. That's a great idea. Can I attempt to, using the knowledge I learned from Azen, try to craft a truth serum?
A truth serum. I guess it depends on like what type of truth serum it is.
One that
Maybe like
compels someone, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a truth serum that like it makes someone's something compelling, something that's like it makes someone want to, like, when asked questions, like when prompted, it makes them want to give answers to that question, rather than having it be something that like invades their mind through fear or something.
Okay, so it's more charming or something.
Yeah.
It could be done. Yeah.
Okay. Can I attempt? And what would I have to roll for that?
You would roll a dex int roll and try to beat like 120.
Okay. 120. Yeah, that's not happening. That's tough. Damn. I'm gonna need to ask Azen some more questions later.
Sure. Can I try and make a tag that like affects their like emotions or to like amplify guilt to make them speak the truth?
Oh.
Yeah, technically, like you probably when dealing with emotional states with people with tags, which you can totally do, you do need to like use a good amount of them to manage certain things. Because if you just make somebody guilty for the sake of argument, let's say the tag was like cost, guilt, that was, and then whatever third thing, like I don't know, like
Speak.
speak or yeah, and then you put that on a tag, you place it on somebody, they could get guilty in like every direction. So they could be guilty about talking at all.
Right.
Like, you know, it would just increase those levels. So you would have to shape it quite a lot with other inhibitors to make sure you're kind of piloting that in a way that
Sure.
would be useful for that.
Okay.
So that's the only tricky thing about that is like you'd have to use a lot of the slots, for lack of their terms, on the tags to kind of like patch up just the guilt part. You'd be like guilt, speak, reduce anxiety. Like you'd have to do a lot of those types of things
Right.
to quite get there. But you could. It might just be like a 6 action or like a 6
I'm
thing
not
on a
quite
tag.
there yet.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn.
Thanks. Yes, I think to make it properly useful, I would have to be a bit more adversed in writing these.
Damn.
My father was much better at these than I was.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I should have. I guess we could have went to Azen in the first place, huh? You think Azen would accept? No, he probably wouldn't accept us just pulling up in the middle of the morning. He wasn't angry at me last time I did, though. Nah, better not to wake him up. I think. Maybe later, though. Maybe later we can get him to answer some questions,
Sure.
help us work on a truth serum type deal.
Sounds good.
And I guess what I want to do is can me and Iris get to chefing in the kitchen to make some like good food for maybe status buffs or something? Because that's low key what I think would do well is if we could just cook up some food, status buff it, Monster Hunter food style, and get to work. Because that's what Maggie don't know is I'm nice in my kitchen.
Yes.
So we can do Monster Hunter food time.
Yeah, you can attempt to do some cooking stuff with some.
Okay. All right. What will me and Iris have to roll for cooking moment?
It's primarily
Yeah.
Dex.
Oh, it's that.
There's some int involved
Okay.
with recipe stuff, but once you know what the recipe stuff is, it's not as much int.
Okay.
So do we choose just
I'm good.
Dex then?
Yeah, it would just be Dex. So
Darn.
I'm Iris. Don't worry. I'll teach you. I'll teach you a thing or two about a thing or two. Don't worry.
All right.
Oh,
Oh
hell
my.
yeah.
Nice.
See me fucking throw the knife in the air, catch it in my hand. One slice, everything's cut.
Eyes are like sparkling.
Yeah. One slice, everything's cut because he's a fucking sword god. Can I technically add worldly knowledge to cooking?
Not if you already know it,
Okay.
because it's kind of like int.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, yeah, there's my dex roll. Nice little 106 for you. I do that. I hit the one slice, everything's cut. In fact, I'll even go again. That's still okay. That's still okay. Maybe I'm fucking around a little too much, but it's still okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let me. Let's. You know roughly what ingredients you're going for?
I have no idea ingredients in the setting that exist.
Well, they're similar to real life ingredients.
Oh, well, I was thinking for what we gotta do, this fight later. I was thinking the first thing I was gonna try to cook up was gonna be something that was more like I guess we'll say it's something like slightly more protein heavy because I'm thinking that that'll lean towards some kind of like strength or endurance thing. We'll say that for like I get to we'll say I get to making up some nice drinks that might lead to something more like refreshing, something that might help like someone's mental or wisdom, what have you. Is what I'm
Okay.
thinking. I something high in protein and then making some nice drinks. That's what I'm thinking. First roll was a 106. The second one was a 50. I'm literally cooking.
That looks really good, Grant.
Well,
Just handing like pots and pans, and that's all I can do.
I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I'm hoping you pick something up from this. You learn a thing or two about cooking. You were talking about wanting to make some stuff earlier.
Basic things, but
well, by the time I'm done training you, you're going to be one of the best damn chefs in the capital. Okay.
Sounds great. Though I think I may have to compete with Blaze if he's learning a bit too.
Is he learning from that one fucker?
I was just kind of like quietly looks back at the pots and starts cleaning.
Then trust me, you won't have much competition.
Okay.
But yeah, I do that. I'm going to you said saucy protein and milk tea. Nice. I also want to make like what would be good for like maybe like a nice like stew or something with like meat and vegetables in it. I want something that'd be good for like specifically because I know of a weakness that somebody right next to me may have. I want something that might help with like dex, like something with perception. I was thinking like nice veggie stew.
Yeah, you could do something, maybe like a dessert, like a carrot cake makes sense too.
Oh, carrot cake, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And then I'll roll dex again. There we go.
Also, PSA, I know that carrot cake and carrots in this sense don't actually help your eyes. It's just funny in the narrative.
There are other vegetables that do it though.
Yeah, for sure.
That's actually true. But yes, so I get to cooking up. Look at that. And yeah, and then that is my one-time use of having a pre-established kitchen that I will now have to buy ingredients for. So yeah, I finish doing everything. Can Iris roll something to see if she gets like any cooking skill or something from watching me do this? Yeah. Because I'm kind of showing her, I'm kind of getting to work. Let's be honest here. I'm kind of nice.
Roll int Iris.
Ooh, int roll.
Alright.
Love that. Dang. 73 to 73. Look at that.
Please tell me I know how to make carrot cake.
You're gonna get cooking, bro. You're gonna get cooking.
You learn a good piece, but you feel like you need a little extra to get the rest of the way there for a skill. Another little cooking date or something would have to exist.
Okay.
Sure.
Don't worry. I'm gonna get you right. Don't worry. After my quest, the first thing I'm doing when I come back, we're cooking again. We're gonna get you right. We're
It's
gonna get
fun.
you right.
It's much better than the rations I used to eat.
The rations. Damn. You were in the military?
In a sense.
Huh. That is interesting. Also, I'm just not realizing your int is only one number higher than mine. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, I will give her the carrot cake, and I will.
Oh, thank you.
I will eat the protein. Can we say that I made 2 of the teas?
Like one
Or
for
no?
each of you?
Yeah, one for each
Yeah,
of
that's
us.
fine. That was expected.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bet. All right. Gang shit. Look at that. Oh my god. I'm so nice in the kitchen. Look at that. People don't know. I actually do like cooking in real life, like a decent amount. I am a fan of cooking.
Yeah, if I
All
didn't
right.
have to worry about ingredients, I would cook all the time.
Yeah, if it didn't cost money to live, I agree. If we didn't live in a capitalist hellscape, hell yeah, brother. But yeah, there we go. And I put mine into strength. I got my strength modifier now. I got my mental modifier. You got your mental and dex. We are literally cooking. We're chilling. We'll say that I whipped up a little something for everybody else as well. So I go out there, I hand out a meal to the 2 brothers. I go upstairs, give one to Ashra, and I come back down.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Thank you. And then he pats his younger brother and he says, and he looks at you and he says,
Oh,
Huh? What's he say?
he says, how would he say this? As expected of the guy letting us stay here. And he walks off into the corner.
huh.
That seems like it was pretty nice because he
Everything
seems
all
like
right with your brother, or
he seems like he has trouble talking. It seemed like it was a nice thing that he said.
And you look over and almost like in an anime way, the older brother has like a tear in his eye, and it's like weird to you that he'd be so sentimental about what happened. He's like, the first time he said something nice.
What? I look at Iris, and I like got a little smirk on my face. I'm like, yeah, I bet I'm like that. I'm like,
she smiles back and she points to her face. This is a good smile, by the way.
yeah. It's a good smile. This one. Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, hey, it's as long as as long as he's good, that's all that really matters. We have to make sure that you 2 are doing well, because otherwise there's this crazy situation afoot, and we do want to help you guys get your memories back.
Of course.
Partially because it would help you guys, but also, I'll be honest, partially because it obviously helps our mission. So, it's useful for everybody all around. But yeah, I hope you 2 like what you got, and I'm going to oh no, I'll go for a little walk. I'm gonna go for a little walk.
All right.
And I will head out to go for a walk.
All right. Borach and Cuford.
Yes.
You guys awaken in the slums, your normal place of sleep. Borach.
Oh.
So we're just waking up.
Yeah, you just woke up.
It's morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
He kind of scratches his face, looks around, then he looks at the bed, looks kind of tempting, and then he looks at Qford. Just one more hour, please.
You know what? Go for it. I'm
He
gonna
looks back at the bed,
walk.
and then he looks back at Qford. Something's telling me I shouldn't. I don't know. I'm conflicted.
Your instincts are pretty good usually.
Really? Then how'd I end up in the fucking slums?
Maybe you're avoiding something more corrupt in the other places.
Look at you and those one-liners. Okay, let's just get up. Let's go.
All right. He gets up and he quickly does a flourish to dress himself in his normal attire.
Okay. We should fill our bellies. I think that's the first order of the day.
Seems like a good plan. Do you want to do that at the guild hall or at a restaurant?
Do they have food there?
Yeah, they do at the guild hall.
Is it cheap?
Pretty cheap, yeah. It's just for adventurers who are coming back from missions and stuff.
Fine. But I feel like it's gonna make me shit.
No, I can't say it won't.
Okay. Let's go.
You guys arrive at the guild hall. There, Heim is worried about something and talking to the front desk when you guys get in.
He, kind of just waits behind him, kind of overhearing his conversation.
Mm-hmm. Roll dex. Oh, that's really good. You, even from before you kind of get within Heim's expected distance of being able to, maybe change the topic or, like at least censor out some phrases, you start hearing him talk about the Marauders, which catches your attention, and how there's a known force of them that is maybe about to start something, and then when you get to the distance of the doorway, Heim starts to... He's still talking about it, but he starts alluding to what needs to be done rather than the events. Like, we're gonna have to put out some missions to gather up the people necessary for combating this problem. And he kind of writes out a proposal on paper, and you kind of get to behind him at this point, and he hands it to the guild receptionist, and he stands up and he pulls his sword from the ground and puts it back on his back and attaches it to his body. And then he starts making his way upstairs.
Can Borach stop him before he goes up, or is it too late?
Do you do it with audio, or do you grab him, or what do you think?
Yeah, just audio.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, what's up? Turns towards you.
Sorry to be a dick face, but I'm gonna be a dick face. I overheard you talking about some Marauders. Is that right?
That's true. Yeah. We've located the current leader of the force that attacked here.
The leader.
Yeah, at least of this force.
Would you look at that, Qford? This is our day. If you need some weapons, we'll be on your side.
That
Plus, I have
sounds
some
good.
issues with those pricks.
Well then that sounds great. He makes his way back down a bit and he pulls out something from his cloak. And it looks kinda, I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be a stamp, but it's definitely applied to the paper. And he stamps the bottom with his seal on two, like, lines, essentially, that need to be signed by you guys, which is pretty common practice for any guild quest. And he goes, I'll recommend the two of you. And he puts his, that whatever tool away in his cloak. And he nods to you guys and kind of gestures towards the stairwell.
Interesting guy. Well, I don't know what they're cooking up. All I have to know is my man, my issues with that fucking leader of their cult group. Ruined everything for us. Now we're stuck here.
That's true. Destroyed a good number on that train.
If the more I think about it, the more I'll get a headache. So let's just go get something to eat.
Fair enough. Hey, receptionist, could we get, you know, two of the works and, throw on a couple ales? We'll be sitting over there. And he gestures towards, you know, like a darker corner of the guild hall. He kind of walks towards there and throws a small bag at the receptionist.
Borach kind of is he at the table
Yeah.
in that corner? Yeah, he just follows him and sits where he's at.
All right. Kiefer kind of sits back propped up against the wall and he kind of kicks his foot on the table and reaches into his cloak and he actually pulls out an odd rectangle with moving images on it and throws it in front of you. He goes, Borach, do you know who that guy is?
He picks up the piece of rectangle image, right?
Yeah.
Then he looks at it, trying to figure out if he knows who he's talking about.
All right. You may roll int.
Okay.
You do remember this person. This
Dude, what a roller.
person is a person who used to live in your building who got kicked out like about a month ago, you think? And he was kind of an asshole to you, so you didn't like him that much. That's why you're remembering him a bit. But you do recall that he was there a month ago. He stayed in the same building as you do for a while.
Yeah, this worthless piece of existence. Yeah, he got kicked out of my building a while ago.
Oh.
Why? Why do you ask?
I saw him snooping around the building, and I, you know, little bird told me I think he's a marauder.
Marauder?
Yeah, he might be affiliated with the guy we were just hearing about. So they might have been planning things for a while now.
God, these are fucking cockroaches that we're dealing with. Oh, God.
Yeah, so
If
that
I
one in
saw that
particular,
motherfucker, I would have just killed him.
yeah,
Damn it.
you won't have to worry too much about him. Go ahead and flip that piece of translucent glass over.
Okay, he flips it over.
It's like a video of him dying. He gets a bunch of shots through his chest by Q.
Oh my god.
Damn, Q. You doing my job for me?
Nah, I didn't know you knew him. I just saw a marauder creeping around the building. And you know.
He replays the video again and starts laughing. What a fucking loser. Dies like this. Pathetic. Then he pretty much just throws the paper back at him.
He catches it and puts it away.
So what do we make of this? How are they able to just infiltrate our place of rest and no one notices?
It's a good point. I think normally there'd be a city envoy, but since a lot of this stuff has happened with the devotees, it doesn't seem like many of the cities have good envoys right now. So a lot of corruption is kind of going unfounded, unsettled, if you will. So, I think it's now our jobs, I guess, as the devotees to make sure that they don't hype up,
Useless, incompetent. What else we need to add to the list? The city fucking blows.
Yeah, I suppose so. Your food comes at this point.
Oh, there it is. He sniffs it a little bit. Does it smell good, or does it?
That's pretty good, honestly.
Okay.
Definitely exceptional compared to what you were maybe expecting in your mind.
Well, the guild hall, at least they're competent enough to do their job. Food smells good.
That's true. A receptionist compliments the chef. Tell me did a good job. He rolls a coin over. He's like, okay, I'll make sure to tell him. He's a bit newer, but we do a lot of background checks, so we know he's not one of the guys you're asking around about. He's like, I appreciate that. Thanks. And he grabs a vial out of his bag, as he usually does, and kind of tests the ale for both of you again. And he's like, yep.
That's right.
All of it looks good to me.
God damn it. Can't fucking eat anything without checking it. Can't sleep anywhere without some fucking mole rat walking around. More reasons why I hate this place.
Yeah, but, what else are you gonna do when somebody else cooks the food, I guess?
Yeah, you don't have much of a choice.
Exactly. We're being proactive because we're not getting caught slipping like all those idiots out there.
Yeah. Damn straight. We at least have our heads on right.
Exactly. And he starts chewing through his food, kind of eats it all up. Gives 5 strength and 2 endurance.
Okay, yeah, he follows suit, finishes his food.
All right. Blazington, you wake up.
Ugh.
Somebody knocks on your door. Blaze!
Ugh. Winston answers it, probably shirtless.
Blaze, man, you gotta get dressed. There's a problem. The city council, they've been hearing about a thing or two. Shops, haven't gotten around to hearing about it, but, you know, when I need you, you have to go to the gym real quick, grab Vare. Tell him he's supposed to talk to Heim or something. Get on it, okay?
While he's like been saying this, his pecs were dancing.
Look, man, calm down. Get a shirt on. He slams the door.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that. Sure. What time is it?
The code is unanswered. You're just saying it's the room.
Yeah, he's just putting a shirt on while he's saying it. He's like, man, I wanted to kind of sleep in a little bit. So he'll make his way to the gym.
All right. He makes his way to the gym and sees Vare at the outskirts of it. He hasn't quite started his sets. Oh, you're here
Hey,
early,
what's
man.
good, man? I dap him up.
Ah, good on you. Well, what you here for?
Listen,
Huh? Hello?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, you're back. What's up?
where did I cut out?
After dapping him up.
Yeah. So someone came, woke me up, told me that there's something to do about the shops. I don't know. I wasn't really awake.
Ah. Okay, wait. What's the issue?
They told me to come grab you, and investigate the shops. Like I said, I don't know. I wasn't really fully awake yet.
Oh, that's weird. I guess so. So we go to the shops district? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do that, I guess. And
It's
guys
okay
go
if you
to
need
the
to get a
shops
set in
district.
on the way. You can
No, I can't.
you can bench press me on the way.
No, it's not enough, man.
Well, then
It's
maybe I
about
can
the same as walking.
bench press you on the way.
I prefer not, man.
All right, fine.
Let's just get the shopping done, then we can do the stuff after. It's
Do
the
you want,
shopping.
do you want to race to the shopping district?
Go ahead and agi check. You start saying that and, you know, going for like a bit of a sprint, and then Bear's like, look, man, we're let's just get this done and we can do the exercise after. With your legs right now, I destroy you. I don't want to deal damage to the town right now.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. If you're gonna be like that.
I am gonna be like that. So, what is it we're doing here at the shopping?
Good question. Blaze just goes up to the dude who woke him up earlier. Says like, "Hey, what am I doing again?"
Did you not go to the guild hall?
Is that where you told me to go?
Yes. Bear
I thought you
looks at
told me to check
like
out the
he's
shops
so
district.
upset. Dude, you. And he hits you on the back of the head, and he goes, "All right, we're getting you fucking pills or something. I don't. You need something to keep your attention." At this
I
point,
just
this
woke
is
up,
crazy.
dude. I wasn't.
That's no
listen,
excuse. If
I
somebody
was up
attacked me
cooking
in the
all
middle
night.
of the night and told me the location of their enemy base, I would know it, and I would find all of them, and I'd kill them all like I want to do to you right now.
That's different. That's life or death. This.
And this isn't important. He literally woke you up to tell you to get me and go to the guild hall. You think that's not life or death potentially?
Listen, if you must know, I was making my pec stands while he was talking to me. Okay, I wasn't entirely focused.
All right, roll wisdom.
Fuck. Okay, I got you.
All right, you don't pass out. He casts mind blank on you, and your mind is clear of obstructions and thinks about the goal for an hour.
All right, so we gotta get to the guild hall.
Yeah, exactly. Good thinking. And
Quay's just like beelines,
yeah,
like parkours to the guild hall. Takes a shortcut.
You guys parkour through the center, and you get to the guild hall at post haste, and you get inside, and he runs up to the counter. You guys, Kuford and Borach, you've been sitting there kind of eating for a bit, and they sort of run in, and then when they get to the actual inside, they stop running, and they kind of like fast walk to the receptionist. Bear's like, I was told to be here, and Heim kind of hears him from afar and points at the paper, and the receptionist grabs it and puts it in front of him, and he like skims it really quick, and he goes, "All right, Blaze, sign here."
Blaze just signs without even thinking.
Yeah, and then he signs, and then he looks at the other two on the parchment, and he nods, kind of looks at the corner where you guys are. He affirms it in his mind and understands, and then he grabs the paper, hands it back to the receptionist, and he moves over to a table next to yours, but not so close that he's like being a bother. And then he sits there and pulls a bag out from seemingly nowhere, kind of places it on the table and pulls out an item and puts it in front of Blaze. Because I'm gonna need you to juggle that.
Juggle?
Yes, just juggle it. It's a knife. Just juggle it with your left hand over
Yes.
the left side of the table.
Sure. He juggles it.
Perfect. Thank you. While you're doing that, he goes and pulls out a book and starts reading it. And we move over to Grant and Iris.
I realized I hadn't leveled up, so I put my stats in while everyone was chatting.
You put your stats in what?
I just changed them a little bit because I hadn't leveled up.
That's fine. What do you put them in roughly?
Intelligence and wisdom.
Okay, that's fine. Makes sense.
Okay, sorry.
You're fine. Totally good. All right, but yeah, you guys you finished up your food adventure, and I don't know what your plan was right after that, but
I mean, I went on a walk, but
yeah.
that was gonna lead into the like noon Asin visitation.
Gotcha. So, as you're walking about, you go out for your walk after your breakfast, and you see Vare and Blaze kind of enter the shop a bit. You don't pay it too much of a mind, but as you kind of walk further out, you see Blaze especially walk out very different looking, and then just like hop this wall for the amphitheater nobility district with Vare, and it seems odd to you, but
did Iris go with or no?
I think she would have stayed back just to keep an eye
Okay.
on the.
Right.
that makes sense. Keep track of the two boys, yeah.
Okay. Well, what do I... Truth serum? What matters more? Finding out how to make this truth serum? Or seeing what the fuck he's doing? What the fuck is his problem? Well, I know Hazen will be there later. I don't know where the fuck he'll be later. So I guess I can keep my distance. I want to watch what the fuck's going on. This might be useful information later. I'm going to slowly start following behind Blaze as he starts doing his shenanigans and chicanery.
Okay, he hops this nobility wall. Would you also?
So as to not like make as much of a scene about it, I'd probably just make it so that I like using my embolism, I would like slowly float over it so that he wouldn't hear me like jumping the fits behind him or nothing.
Gotcha. Yeah, they like do this type of path. So you just would go around the wall and kind of follow what you could guess. Like you would go from there to there pretty quickly and then look to see if they jumped over the wall, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. So you do that, roll dex here.
Roll dex.
That's good, yeah. You can tell they're about, to jump this wall by the time you're here or whatever, because you're going pretty fast knowing that you're going a further route around, and you see them do this and like beeline it into the guild hall.
Well, I guess I can see what's going on in there. I'd take a little stroll over to the guild hall behind them.
Alright, yeah, you get in there and you, at this point, the attendant is just putting the paper away and Ver and stuff is walking over to a table and sitting down, and you kind of like, as you trace your eye across the room, you kind of see Borach in the corner just finishing up with Buford in terms of food, and Blaze starts to throw a dagger into the air over and over again, and yeah.
It's another mission. This probably has something to do with the whole fucking Marauders stuff, huh? Well, I like walk forward a little bit, and I kind of like I just take a seat over next to Borach actually, because I want to ask him a little question.
Yeah.
So I pull up next to Borach and Buford and I look at them. I go, "You guys cool if I stay here?" Or
Well, what is it? Grant. Sounds better.
what's up?
Pull up.
Yeah. I take a seat down and I look at the two and I go, "So what brings you guys to the guild district today? What's been going down?"
Just another day in this shit hellhole.
Ain't that the truth, brother?
Just slaving away. We're actually about to.
Tosses a
What was
thing
that?
at you. It tosses one at Grant.
I catch it.
You look at it and it's the little video of him shooting a Marauder guy.
Holy shit. Okay.
About these moles. Planning an attack for soon.
Yeah. We've been trying to, and we actually investigated a little bit of that last night. Told you guys about it before we ended up heading out, but
Yeah, I think they're not happy about that, and the TBA was moved up.
yeah, that's what I would believe. I actually came here because I saw those guys over there walk in, and I point at Blaze and Ver, and I look back at those two, and I look back at Borach and Buford, and I'm like, but I felt like you guys, Borach has a direct like line to the Marauders thing, and I care more about that, so figured I'd come over here and ask to see if you guys found out more, because I figured they might would move it up a little bit, considering we basically did a full-scale attack on their base, or a base. So that's good to know, I guess.
Yeah, we know that they're fucking walking around like cockroaches. I want the leader's head on a pike. He slams his fist on the table.
Well, you know, when we get to that leader, I'll be sure to let you get the final hit. I'll be sure to let you do what you want to do. But yeah, it's good to have that information that they're just walking around in broad daylight like that, though, because you know, me and Iris have those 2 guys we took back from their base that we're keeping in our shop. We can't have them finding those 2 again. So if they're sneaking around, they can, you know, I guess that there's a good reason for Iris to actually stay with them. That's annoying. So annoying. But
So are you going to join us then?
well, I don't see why not. 1 second. I like pull out my phone and send a call to the Anger of the Earth store.
Iris is like looking around, like, what's that noise?
I hope
The younger of the 2 brothers goes up to you and he goes, "Hey, Granny, it's this."
Yes.
And he throws it to you.
Oh, thank you. What do I?
Hit a button on it.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks. Hi.
Hey.
How are you talking to me?
Oh, this is
Wait,
just
what?
just a little invention I made. Don't worry about it. Anyways, so we found more
This
about
is
the
incredible.
Marauders.
Oh yes.
I might have to head out on a little. Well, you're gonna be there for their fight later today, obviously. That's been moved up.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
attacking
okay.
soon.
That's good to know.
There's also people that are wandering around that are part of the organization, presumably looking for those 2 guys. So they've got people inside everywhere, basically.
Right.
So something to keep watch on. I do feel kind of bad about leaving for 2 days now that I know that that's an actual threat, but I think you're more than capable. So
Thank you.
just letting you know that it's probably been moved up a little bit. I'll call back when we know exactly what's going down. Everybody else is gathered here at the guild hall, though. I see it's me, Borach, Cuford's here, Glaze is here. Who else? Vare's here, Heim's here. Everybody else is here, so I'll let you know what's up.
All right. I feel like I should be with you, but I think I'll stay back if they are looking for them. So.
Yeah, go ahead and just stay there. I'll call back when when we get more information, and then maybe you can
Sure.
head on out and yeah. All right,
Brilliant. Thank you.
for sure. And then I hang up and I look at Borach and Cuford, and I'm like, all right, well, I had to make sure that she knew. So
No.
we gotta just so she isn't like missing out when the attack happens or whatever.
Oh, you're talking about Eerie.
Yeah. She's been watching the guys that we found in that base of theirs in the slums.
You're the young boys.
The young boys.
What are you
yeah.
doing, Cap? What are you doing with those young boys? Why are they?
Don't
there?
say it like that. Don't say it like that. Don't do that. Don't.
Yeah,
no.
you said it.
I didn't said it. You said it. That's the words that came out of your mouth. But regardless, we're keeping them because, well, they were going to be sacrificed and they're very important people. So we got to make sure that they don't get sacrificed by these dumb fucks that are working with the Marauders, or that are the Marauders, really.
Well, why won't we just use them as bait?
That's...
So then, when they try to come out, we'll just fucking kill them all.
I look at Cuford, I'm like... was that your plan, or was it... That's
No.
actually like a...
It's not
It's
my
like a
plan.
solid idea that he just had.
Why, you don't think I'm competent enough to devise a plan, Grant?
No, it's just usually you don't devise a plan. You just kind of walk forward because you know nothing can stand before you.
You don't know nothing about me, if that's the most you think of me.
I mean, I'm just saying what I've seen.
Well, do you like it or not?
I like it aside from one issue with it. And that is that they are the sons of a very powerful being. And if we let that fucker out, I don't want to have to deal with him.
Well, that's his fault for being a fucking deadbeat. Take
That's
care of
true,
your fucking children.
but there's a chance that, and by chance I mean a very high likelihood, and by very high likelihood I mean almost certainty, that he would kill multiple people if we did that.
Forgot.
We can't, we can't rely on everybody to get out of that situation safe. It's the only unfortunate part. That and I don't want my fucking store destroyed. But regardless, what exactly is, have you guys found out about the Marauders, I guess? Other than the date being moved forward, or not date, but the time being moved forward for their attack.
What did he say, Qford?
The leader
Those are my
was
thoughts.
found.
Hmm.
And yeah, the mission seems to be for an hour or two from now.
An hour or two from now.
Yep.
Damn. Okay. Do we know where they're attacking or have any other
North
extra information on that?
gate.
North? So around here at the guild hall. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
The only reason we're not at the North Gate is in case there's an attack from the Undercity.
it's actually kind of a good thing that I got Iris still at Anger of the Earth then. Okay. Well, I'm gonna make a little, I guess I could, try to make a trip to Azen to see if he could help me with what I want to do before then, but I don't know if he can do it in the amount of time it would take. Cupid,
Yeah.
are you like a science kind of guy? Do you make and mix things potentially?
I can make and mix things, yeah, some alchemic things.
So let's say we capture one of these Marauders during this attack, and we want as much information as possible. Could you maybe make some kind of truth serum?
Does he have to live after?
I don't really care as long as we get the information.
Then yeah.
All right. Then, hell yeah, brother. We can work with that. I call back at Anger of the Earth.
Right, it's this thing, and now I just got to. She just starts pressing a buttons. Eventually, it turns on. Hello, hello,
There you go. There you are. Hey.
hello.
They said it's in an hour or two. North Gate.
Hour to North Gate.
Yeah, that's when the attack is
Should
supposed to
I
happen.
meet you there, or should I stay with
Um,
these two?
I'd say stay with those two for now, and then just get here in around an hour-ish. Unless an
Okay.
attack happens from the south, which is what they're worried about. If that's the case, then I can head back down, would defend from Anger of the Earth or whatever.
Sure. All right, thank you.
All right. And then I hang back up and I'm like, all right, now everybody is aware of the situation. I look over at Blaze and I'm like, dude, what the fuck happened?
Huh?
What's the whole, Ver, what did you do to him? Why is he like that?
He was having mental issues. And so I just gave him a little something so he can concentrate. As a side effect, it only frames his passageways in his brain for about an hour, but to make sure that he is calm and collected, he is counting the rotations on the knife as he throws it up into the air and counting the amount of times he throws it. And what's number, buddy?
10,633.
See, he's good to go, ready to go.
What the fuck? What? I can't even break into how many layers of fucked up that is. So I'm assuming you guys were called to hear about the whole Marauder thing too?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering. I saw the reason I came here is because I saw you guys do the whole fence jump thing.
Oh yeah, that's because
So-
Blaze
Parkour.
thought we had to go shopping instead of help the people of the nice guild hall. Because he woke up and heard shopping only. It was a great time.
Huh.
But he's really concentrated,
Interesting.
buddy. How many rotations?
11,000. Exactly.
Yep, so
What?
that's much better.
Huh. That is interesting. Can't believe they want me to fight a fucking war without my sword. I'm gonna kill that fucker. I'm gonna kill him.
I've got a
Alright.
tiny sword. He says he keeps throwing it up and rolling it.
I mean, I have it. Well. Never mind. Anyways, I do have a sword that I'm using, but
That was a
you
dick
know,
joke.
it's not my sword. It was. Thank you. See, you realized. See, sometimes he knows. But yes, I do have a sword that I'm using. It's just not my sword. They got fucking stolen. Anyway,
This isn't another dick joke.
it's not. It got stolen. My sword got stolen. It was one of one crafted by my master, and he stole it. So now I'm gonna go kill the fucker that stole it later today after this fight. Can't wait. Well, yeah, can't wait.
I still need to
Alright.
cook a chicken cordon bleu.
Oh, you mean you mean Blondie didn't teach you?
I helped him with the soup kitchen. I helped him with the orphanage. But it takes more than a night to learn how to cook
Really?
chicken cordon bleu.
Sounds
At least
to
a
me like
good
he
one
was-
that'll impress Vera and my mom. Yeah.
Sounds like he was just using you for free labor a little bit. But,
Maybe.
Anyways.
11,500.
Okay. Yeah. That's fucking weird, man. Yeah, whatever, dog. I'd sit back in my chair and just take a nap.
As that happens, and all, time does seem to come down from upstairs. But I want to go over what happened with Iris during some of this time. So, the younger of the two boys goes up to you, Iris. He goes, "Hey, Granny.
Yes? Yes.
So, me and my brother have been trapped for a bit.
Yes.
Normally, I wouldn't trust anybody with this information,
Alright.
but I think you are deceptive enough that it's okay."
Oh, I will take that as a compliment, so thank you.
Yeah. That's good. That's reason you're the right one.
She tosses her hair over her shoulders.
You see, me and my brother aren't exactly the same mythical beast, demi-human.
Oh.
Despite being my brother, we're more of a pact. brethren.
Okay. To the Spirit King?
No. I'm a pact brethren to him. And he doesn't remember the pact. And I remember the pact based off the terms. You know,
Oh.
their ritual doesn't work on me. They just think it does. Now, you're not supposed to tell anybody this. This is bad for me.
Okay.
But my brother doesn't remember. And that isn't good. But sticks, okay?
Sticks?
You need to kill sticks.
I need
Alright?
to kill sticks.
Yes. Make sure he's completely dead. Not just a little dead.
Sure.
Like, completely dead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sticks is in who?
Six is a marauder leader.
Okay.
But make sure there's nothing left of him. And if you do that, my brother will be able to remember, okay? And it'll go back to sunshine and rainbows for him.
Okay.
And I'll fix up the little, like, the imperfections of it that are not good. Because he shouldn't have to deal with this the way that he has to deal with it. And it's bad for the world if he has to deal with it much longer.
So it's bad that he doesn't remember.
It's fine that he doesn't remember. It's bad if the only thing he remembers is a bunch of trauma.
Okay.
As in being caged with his brother
Of course.
in a dreary well. So, you know, that's the plan. In exchange, because I'm not an evil man, I will offer you a mythical pact with my clan.
And what would this do to help me?
Well, it depends. I'm a mythical pack animal of the QB variety.
The what? The what variety?
It's a fox tribe that deceives people through transfiguration. I do not deceive my brother, but in the sense that my brother doesn't remember, I am deceiving him.
Right. And since you're kind of deceiving them, you do know your name?
My name?
Yes.
Mystic beasts don't generally give out their true names unless the pact is made.
All right.
But I do remember
this pack
mine,
would
yes.
benefit me for how?
It will allow you to make use of the powers of the clan that you are signed with in contract. So maybe some transfiguration or some magic. QB fire in
quick question
particular.
out of game.
Yeah.
Since Iris has an embassy, would that affect this like it did with Grant?
Wait, what?
Like, since she has a god,
Yeah.
if she makes this deal, will it kind of like an
Oh, no,
emissary,
it doesn't
sorry.
work like that. Yeah, the spirit
Okay, just making
contracts
sure.
are totally independent. They're a worldly contract with a equivalent to how a monster might have a contract with a psycho or something like that. They are not
Okay.
emissarial promises. The devotee and emissary contract that is made between those two is because the reason the gods even care about that is because they have a predetermined number of slots and they fill the slot with the person. In Grant's case, he takes up a slot of Sturma in Sturma's lineup of devotees.
Okay.
So that's why Nyland is so upset about it, is because in Nyland's mind, that means we're down a devotee because of what that causes. Sturma doesn't get that spot back, but Sturma's like, we don't need it, it's fine. And Nyland's like, no, we need all the help he can get. Why? So that's how they interpret it. But in this case, it's not like it's affecting how many devotees there are. So it doesn't matter to them.
Alright. I'll help you. So I just have to kill Styx and make sure he's dead.
Completely dead. Like no piece
so I
of
could,
him at all.
Incinerate his body or...
Further than that would be best. But that would be
so
the
like...
first stage. Like, we wouldn't want skin
Okay.
around.
No. We just like completely eviscerate.
Yeah.
I could
If
make
you
that
do
happen.
that, if you do that, Gran, I'll give you I raised that I would give you 1 Foxfire spell and 1 Transfiguration spell and 1 Talent.
Alright. Sure.
All
You have
right.
yourself a deal.
Perfect. He signs the deal in his blood. A giant, like, black-like scroll appears, and he pulls it out, and it's foreboding looking. And he places his blood, and he draws up a contract with it. He writes across it really, really quickly, and you can see a little bit of his true form come out as his tail has, like, a paintbrush-like aesthetic to it. And it vanishes back to his more wolf boy appearance. And he holds the scroll out and requests that you place any amount of your blood on it.
Can I read what it says, the scroll?
You can attempt to read it. It is an ancient, which you can read. You can give yourself int
Yes.
plus 20.
Int plus 20. So my intelligence has changed because I leveled up. Just
Yep.
as a reminder.
Sounds good to me.
So plus 20. Thank you.
Boom. That is sufficient. You may read the scroll. The terms of the scroll's contract are that the person must be absolutely destroyed. He may not resurrect from the dead. He must not be able to state anything about the spirit tribe of the QB in specific before his demise. And if all the terms are completed on this contract, you are offered up 1 contract with, and then it says the true name of this particular fox boy. And then it says the terms of this contract accrue value over time after the reward is given. Upon failing the contract,
Alright.
you are to pay a severance of just blood. It's pretty low cost. Probably 100 stamina. All at once.
Okay. I was just making sure that she was again deceived.
Yeah, no, that's good. You can tell there is no deceptive writing in this, which is, you know, good credence to the sense that this person is very serious.
Right? She will take out one of her little sewing needles and prick her finger and sign her entire name onto the
Perfect.
scroll.
Well, thank you very much, and we can go back to acting like it's all normal here. And then the call
Oh, nice.
happens for the second time. And he throws the phone back to you, and you start pressing all the buttons, and the conversation happens as
Yeah.
per stated. And we go back to Heim, and he's coming down from the top steps, and he says, "Ah, Grant, I need you here."
Huh? What?
I need you over here at the stairwell.
Oh, okay. Sure. I you know, kind of stretch a little bit as I'm woken up, and I get up and walk over.
So, Grant, there's something really bad about this Styx guy. He is the leader of the Marauders that we're currently dealing with.
Okay.
Plans an attack in the North Gate, but he himself has pledged a great cursed sin of immortality.
Yeah.
And we're gonna need to take him out before the Marauders will stay down, if that makes sense.
That
We can
makes
take
sense to
their
me.
health out and it's still useful, like they fall over and get stunned for a full extra round. Like they get their turn, gets completely skipped, all that. That's very useful, and it's good.
Sure.
But he himself is immortal. It's quite annoying. Normally my ability would be sufficient, but his ability is some deified level of existence.
I was hoping it was a sigilist and not a mega demon. Okay. Was he like, what kind of immortality are we talking here?
He's a vanquished in debt, but his immortality is granted probably by a sinister demon craft. I had
We're
Asin
dealing with
look
physical
into it.
immortality, mental immortality, soul immortality. If he's got soul immortality as a vanquished, then he's unstoppable. But if his soul can be taken,
He doesn't have soul immortality. He's just immortal in that his body keeps regenerating at a high speed.
regeneration.
Yes.
So it's not true immortality.
No, it's just extremely annoying, and it regenerates his allies too.
That's the part that makes it immortal, because if he's with people, then he can't be stopped. Okay. So we just have to make sure that he's incapable of regeneration.
Correct. But I didn't want to disturb everybody here into this frenzy, but I want you to know that any moment now the attack might happen, and we need to coordinate some form of assault. Particularly maybe at least two of the Marauders and him,
Okay.
because they'll
What
create
can
a
you tell me
wall.
about him? Do you have any ideas, weaknesses, any ideas on
He wields a sword.
things about him?
He does a lot of attacks that consume a lot of his health. And they deal insane damage to the area around him.
So stay away from him.
Yeah. About 5 or 10 meters at the end of your turn from him should be sufficient. Like, more than 10 meters away from him.
Okay. All right. Well, if that's the case, do you know how he got his immortality?
Probably one of those rituals, but I think he wanted to have a complete version of it. But the well incident quite pissed him off.
So he wanted to... That's why he had those two.
Yeah, I assume the mandrake wasn't necessarily for him. It was for that, according to Sorcery's report, it sounds like it was for, a submerged leader of the Marauders. Not actually a member of the Marauders, apparently. He's a parent group. But,
So their actual leader, huh?
he's like a transient mercenary that works between those two groups.
Okay. Interesting. So he wanted to sacrifice those two for immortality, had a manticore ready for another guy. Interesting. Alright. Well, so we have to find a way to make this guy disappear completely. That's gonna be a little tricky. Is he mentally, is his mental regeneration also the same?
It's certainly much higher than I would suspect, but I don't think it's to the nearly the same insane level. But as any scholarly human, his mental is quite a high stat.
But if we take that out, knock him out, then his physical body can be destroyed.
Yeah. It would be nice if it also knocked out the Marauders, but it won't. But it's still certainly better.
Well, we've got people who can do that. I guess Iris and Borach will matter a lot this fight. Alright. Fucking annoying. Okay.
As that happens,
then-
a siren goes off.
Yep, there it is. I I start calling the place one last time. The anger of the earth story.
Here,
I'll answer.
Gran.
Thank you.
Hey,
I'm getting used to this. Hello.
they're here. We're gonna need you for this one. They're attacking the northern gate. We need to knock
Alright.
knock a guy out so that we can destroy him.
I'm on my way. Thank you.
Yeah. There's oh yeah, I guess I should warn you. They said there's gonna be some kind of immortal fucker here. He's the one I need you
Oh.
to knock out. We gotta destroy his body.
Yeah, sounds great. I've been working on something.
Really?
All right, see you soon. She hangs up.
Why is she working on something for immortality? Alright. Whatever. I put my phone back in my pocket and act as if I heard nothing.
Yeah, the siren goes off. It tells people that there's definitely a group here.
Alright. I turn to everybody else and I'm like, you guys ready to deal with a potential mega demon? Because I mean that might be what we're dealing with. Who fucking knows at this point? What the Marauders got up their sleeve with all these fucking weird rituals and whatnot.
Borach stands up.
Yeah, sure.
Hey Borach, I got a feeling you're gonna be needed for this fight. Like, very needed. We need somebody that can attack their mind.
That's all I needed to hear.
Say less then. I'll spawn a cigarette and light it up as we start the walk at the end of Yakuza 4 towards the northern gate.
All right.
Before I leave, I am going to give 2 protection tags to the brothers.
As you should.
It's basically a shield.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But like, yeah.
When we see them step before us, I'm gonna look at Iris and Borach and I'm gonna say, "Hey, see that fucker hiding behind the wall of guys there?
Right?
You guys are gonna be necessary for him. We need to knock him out. We're not gonna be able to kill him through physical means."
Sure.
Um, Damn, that's so annoying. I turn around to look at Haim. I go, really? Regeneration?
Yeah.
Why? What the fuck, man? What do they do? Why can't we have people with that? Why can't we do that? God damn it. Oh yeah. Haim, we should tell them the one thing that really matters about this fight, though. You don't want to end your turn too close to this guy. The small ones, whatever. Do whatever you want with them. But the guy back there, don't stay close to him.
All right, sounds good.
And can you turn on the? You don't have the turn order thing. Oh shit! There's
Yeah.
more!
I'm just replacing these
I know. The idea of spawning like 20 more guys in front of us, like it's fucking Dynasty Warriors, is terrifying.
Yeah, it would be funny. What is turn thing?
Turn thing.
Boink boink, bam bam. Click this guy and add him. Whoa, what the? Why did these appear? Get out of here. Out of here. Boing. Bam. There you guys go. Oh, okay.
Oh wait, not sickles.
And then I should have put this on all of them, but it's on me. I will put it now.
Oh, does the Dex upgrade
Yeah.
factor into Iris's initiative?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll fix that then. Thank you.
Okay. These guys have this many. Or did it just not? Did he got obliterated? What the heck was that? Just didn't appear in the turn order. Or he did, and then it got blown up. 25. Alrighty. Okay. So, how we feeling? Borach, you need to put your initiative in.
Oh, initiative? Okay.
Bad effect. Alright, we start off the battle with Blaze.
Blazington.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Let me cook. Let me cook.
That chicken that you were talking about, or?
I do have a question for when my turn comes up, Nyland, since I'm planning stuff out already.
Mhm.
I have vision on him, right? Like I can see sticks from where I'm at.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm gonna try to do here.
Yeah.
I just thought of something crazy I could do.
I thought of something crazy, but I don't think I can do it.
Okay. I think I'll go for a violent imitation headshot on the first Marauder in front of me.
What do you want to do?
Violent imitation headshot on the first Marauder in front of me.
Okay, this one.
Like the one center, front and center, yeah. I'm just taking out my resources from. Yeah,
Okay.
that guy.
You want a Wylan imitation headshot him?
Yep.
Okay.
So you gotta roll an accuracy check.
That's
just my dex?
It's a headshot check, but yes. It's your dex and plus any accuracy bonuses.
I don't think that's listed anywhere, so I don't think I have any.
I think you do.
Unless it's from like my skills, from like Blessing the Sharp Eye. No, just +5 passive dexterity.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's just that, and you get +10 from the Inventor Mark III. It's listed on the weapon.
Okay. +10 accuracy. Okay, cool. So, dex plus accuracy then?
Yep.
So,
Yeah. So you succeed in proccing a headshot on said guy. All right, yeah. There you go.
all right. I suppose the next thing I'll do, I'm gonna try out my dragon transformation, my pseudo transformation.
What? Transform into a dragon?
Yeah, you're welcome. The reason that Shuyus can do that was me. People often forget that Hope was the dragon. That's something that won't matter to people watching because they didn't see Realms 1. But it matters to me.
Probably should have done this before my first attack anyways, but I'll do that. And then I'll run up to this dude. The same dude. And I'll Dragon's Claw him.
Okay.
Dragon Art, Dragon Claw.
All right. Okay. You dragon claw this target in front of you. I believe this has a hemorrhage chance in it. Let me quickly roll that. He hemorrhages. That is now something he's going to deal with.
So what does the dragon transformation do for me? I'm basing it off my dex, by the way.
The dragon transformation do for you. It is how to explain things and such.
It is a pseudo transformation since it's only above 20 and not 50.
Yeah, give me a second. So, you're talking about the pseudo transformation as part of your tier 2 on your Dragon Soul, correct?
Yes.
Alright. And did you select a stat for that already?
Dex.
Okay. Yeah, so you activate pseudo transformation. What it pertains to is that your body envelops in the aura of the dragon, but not like the actual biological transformation of it. And it kind of gives you a teaser of what effects would happen if Dragon Soul was triggered for all real, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It does something different if you already have Dragon Soul meeting its requirement. Then it counts like paying for a realmic cost spell, essentially, instead of an AP cost spell.
Mm-hmm.
But what it does is you get cloaked in this sort of dexterous aura, and you feel this sort of wind guiding your bullets and ranged weaponry, is what the transformation seems to feel like it's doing.
Okay.
So
it
probably
doesn't have any
improves
effect
your
on the Dragon Claw.
accuracy. It seems to be giving you some sort of flat defense or dodge rate. That's what you're feeling out of it. You don't know the exactness of it because you never used it before.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never happened to be tested in any way.
Yeah, this is me using it for the first time, so it hasn't affected the Dragon Claw at all, eh?
It did not affect the Dragon Claw, no, because the Dragon Claw's description in itself normally conjures the aura and then slashes them. It might have increased its hemorrhage chance, but you clearly hemorrhaged, so it's not that obvious. But
Okay.
for future reference, it increases the hemorrhage chance.
Cool. Can anyone else sense this aura, or is it just me?
They can. The aura for the Dragon Soul in specific is like a hardened green, like, aura. Like, it's very physically there. It's just like translucent.
Interesting.
And this one comes with like wind gusts that kind of radiate from you a little bit.
That's amazing to see.
That gives me an idea.
What was the damage on your Dragon Claw for this guy?
It is 84.
84. Alright.
Not counting any like hemorrhaging, which I'm assuming is like per turn.
Yeah. Boom. Whoa, I put a little tilde there. Hilarious. Why'd that... What the... Ghost movement. No, okay, can you... What? Stop it. That was so weird. Was it like 310 before? I'll just remove numbers and stuff. Fine. Okay. Wouldn't let me like control Z him. That was so... Control Z the other guy. Yeah, hemorrhage is applied to him right now. Hemorrhage is movement damage.
Okay.
Ah.
So if he gets moved forcibly or by his own will, he'll take damage for every movement he makes.
And
There is a
that's about all I
theoretical
can-
cap because it would be like pretty easy with a lot of builds to just move him around and deal more damage than anything else. So if hemorrhage hits its movement cap, which is like 10 spaces of movement, it'll just pop. The stack goes away. And hemorrhage heals at the next turn anyway. So it's kind of like you want them to get moved around a 10 max, but an amount is nice.
Mhm.
And that'll end your turn.
Yeah, I got nothing left that I can do.
All right,
All right.
perfect. We got Grant.
Okay, let me take a drag of my cig real quick, just real quick. You know, I'm about to do something crazy. Before I do this, Nylon, let me ask you a question about my embolism field. This is a cornball question, and I know the answer is gonna be no. However, can I make a field that reverses damage types?
I guess if the attack itself was very simple in nature, it'd be fine.
Okay.
Because the thought process I have is like, if you cut somebody and then you wanted it to cut like them psychologically, I could see that in one embolism phrase, but everything else starts to get kind of funny.
So
like,
I can make a law that states that cutting hits mentally.
yeah, it would be like that specific. Like, oh,
Okay, so that's
Cutting
all.
in
That's
this
fine then,
specific
because
spot
that
is-
does that work on like cutting spells?
yeah, spells, as long as the spell
Okay.
is cutting them, yes.
Okay, correct. Okay, I just had to make sure. Okay, then I would like to make it so that the law of my field is that it's not gonna cost anything because I'm just doing it like directly around myself.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make it so that I can cut one's mind, and then I'm going to finish. I'm gonna finish taking the drag of my sig, and then I'm going to. You guys are going to see me appear behind sticks. I am going to use Grand Samurai Style Plus, which the effect technically is not written, but I know what it is. Nyla knows what it is.
Yeah.
If an enemy is within line of sight, I can appear with a sword strike behind them. And I was told that would cost 10, so
That is correct.
let me go ahead and do that. And so I will appear behind him with my Grand Samurai Plus effect. And I will. I don't know if that does a strike for the like use, or if it just puts me behind them for the use.
Wait, say that part again.
Does it do a cut with my move, like a cut with my movement behind them, or does it just put me behind them?
It puts you behind them. You
Okay.
don't have to cut, technically.
Okay. Well, I am gonna cut when I do it. I'm gonna. teleport behind him using what do I call it? We'll call it I'm gonna call it chaos step. So I'm gonna do a nice little chaos step behind him. Boom. Because I built my character around movement control. I love it. Shit's so sick. So I teleport behind him, and I'm gonna be right next to him, and I'm going to then, as I appear behind him, raise my sword in the air and do a Anger of the Earth strike, which means I get to roll the slot machine, baby.
Yeah.
So let's roll a d6. I got a 4.
All right.
Let me take away the stamina that would require.
All right. A4. I'll add adapter to not waste time. That's the CPAP 19. Okay. So you raise your hand above your head with your sword. You swing it down. You hear the sort of slots like ding, ding.
Everybody
ding.
sees a slot machine appear above my head.
It's the 4s. And then it looks all like dreary. The 4s almost ooze down. It clicks into place. He takes a unlucky buff.
What does that do?
He seems to be unlucky, which in this context means that whenever he goes to roll any checks that require die rolls, they will roll minus 20 more. They would.
Is that me or Sticks?
Six.
Sticks. Okay, and that also hit his mental for 70.
Sounds good to me.
Because the spell does 70, and I made it so that when I cut, it does, yeah.
There it is.
So we do that. I'm going to then what will I do after that? I'm going to do a nice little can I pop Lover's Quarrel for an extra 3 strength right quick?
Lover's Quarrel for an extra 3 strength. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do Anger of the Earth again, because I realized I should have done it beforehand, but you know, it is what it is. I didn't think about the interaction.
Yeah, it's all good.
So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to roll again. I got a 3.
The 3 does Anger the Earth.
Yes, again. Yeah. Y'all see the slot machine appear again? This time it'll do more damage because it's
C3s. The target seems to gender bend.
Is she hot?
I'll roll it 1 sec because it technically matters as far as gender bend.
It's yeah. It also is part of the Grant's character, so I'll also have to roll.
41. It's not that hot.
Okay. All right. I'll state that if this is over a 70, he'll still find her hot. Okay. So, doesn't do anything for Grant. He doesn't care. And after that, I will do. I have 20 AP left over. I'm gonna just do another strike to. Oh yeah, that did 78 by the way to mental. That one. So last one was 70. That one was 78. And then I'm gonna do a two-handed strike for 38 to mental. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my free movement, because if you guys remember, I teleported. And I've got a lot of that. So that happened. Let me just hold on. What's the... And then you'll see me, I'll appear right here. I'm just gonna run back to that spot and end my turn.
Sounds
Jump
great.
over there.
Styx's turn. So Styx is
And-
perplexed. We'll roll against these checks for himself, but with disadvantage of minus 20.
The minus 20 and whatever gender bend does.
Yep. For people thinking that I changed Styx's stats because gender bend, that was not what I did. I was changing the stats because the approximation of all their stats based off level was off by 5, so I dropped them all. It just looked like I did it right after that had rolled.
That's
but I
a
was doing
really
all
funny
of it.
concept. Yeah, he's a woman now, so weaker.
Yeah, but it has
very
nothing to do
funny.
with that. But okay, the first one he checks out of unlucky. So he removes unlucky, which is pretty insanely lucky of him, to be honest.
Yeah.
He does
Damn.
not get out of gender bent. He gender bend makes
That's funny,
a
I bet.
target the other gender. The target, if they're doing things that would require their gender in the sense that they're like, let me try to think of this in a logical way. Like, if they're used to a certain sword technique and they're expecting
Okay,
their body to be
gotcha.
a specific way, it just won't be the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
way.
It just changes their physiology. Got it.
Yeah, and so they can make goofs, essentially.
Yeah. They fuck up.
Yeah.
Which means I made him kind of double unlucky when you really think about it.
Yeah, so in this context, it affects the target's ability to do martial maneuvers. But it's not too bad with this particular person, because General Styx didn't wear, like, specifically weird clothing of any sort.
Okay.
That is kind of problematic in that way. Some characters might, if they were wearing, like, a corset
types of
and all
armor
this
and
stuff,
stuff.
and then you
Yeah.
hit them, that would expand
Yeah.
their torso. It would probably break the corset. It would do things to their armor. So it's pretty weird. It's not the strongest effect, but when it is strong, it's pretty, like, funny strong. So that's kind of how it is. But yeah, General
Did more
Styx.
damage to the mental than I thought.
Yeah. So General Styx will perform he has 5 attacks. So 5 was on me for giving 5 attacks. Takes 2 of those. 4 and 1. 4 is not too bad. He's going to call them into a different arranged formation. So they will make up a different formation.
Yeah, that's a good response.
And they synchronize an attack with him with 1. It's called Leader Strike. He will target almost certainly Blaze, but I will give the benefit of the doubt to everybody else. So let me roll /RD. Should have made a target one as well, but 1, 2, 3, 4 targets. 4. One's Grant, Blaze 2, Blaze 3, Iris 4, Borach 5. Blaze.
That's crazy.
So he strikes at you, Blaze, with 6 people. Alright, no problem, Grant. You get struck. The Marauders all throw these like axe-like weapons all into you, and General Styx's sword stabs right into your chest if you do not evade or do some other thing. It would be pretty hard to evade because it counts as 6 hits.
I can block once.
Okay, do you want to block the Styx one?
Sure.
Okay. So he fires off the attacks. What's your flat defense? +5.
Flat defense +5 is 20, but the block is 30.
One sec. Seems surprisingly odd, but that might actually make sense. One sec. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So yeah. So you would block for 40, and otherwise defend for 20, or just like flat defense for 20. Okay. Because block is just doubling your flat.
Yeah.
Okay. So sounds good to me. You will take /RD. I think they do 2d20. And then this. I'll take 13. You can pick the highest one and block it. Just remove it. So we'll remove the 38. You take 13, 9, 11. Never forget. The 33. You take 33 stamina damage.
Total?
Yeah, after all.
Okay.
And that will end his turn. No problem. Iris, your turn.
So I'm trying to think of how I could do like mental damage on this guy, because that's what Grant recommended I do.
Uh-huh.
A lot of my attacks are physical. If I did it like a quick rewrite with like my spell, would I be able to make it like mental attack?
For your like explosions?
I am not so much my explosions, but like
You can make tags that just deal mental damage, but the ones that already are kind of like chain lightning or whatever, those are physical phenomenons, so it wouldn't be very easy to make them mental. But you can make a mental damaging tag like mind rupture or something, you know, like just something pretty clear would be fine.
Like, would I be able to do that like on the spot, or would I have had to have done that at the store?
No, you just pay the normal quick rewrite cost stuff that you normally do. The rewrite one.
Okay. Okay, so I don't know. I need to think.
No, you're fine. Ba, ba, da, ba.
25.
So
So I'll do my quick rewrite, right? So that I can do like a mental eruption type thing. Like Iris is picturing it as like blowing up little synapses in the brain.
yeah.
And then I might do, when I do fire it off, I'll do. Can I also do the tag, super tag? Make it a super tag, like produce it. Or do I have to choose quick tag or like? One
No,
of
you
the
can-
other
you
spells? Can I
can-
do both.
You can do anything you want in regards to it.
Okay, I'll do that then. So I'll quick rewrite. Iris just kind of pulls out a new tag and quickly erases one. Quickly scribbles down some things, whispers something into it, shoots it off at at Styx. But
Oh, okay.
yeah.
You'll you
think
have
I'll-
movement,
she'll
right?
try to get a little
You're gonna need
closer.
to move
Yeah, she's
either right
she's
this.
gonna get closer.
Okay. You want to move
Yeah.
on this tile as 10. Okay.
Thanks.
No problem. Sounds good to me. You throw the tag at General Styx. This is a super, a quick deploy. Quick deploy, he doesn't get to roll to even try to remove it. Super, he does get to try to roll to remove it. But obviously, bigger, badder effect.
Okay, so do I need to? Sorry, do I need to roll anything?
You only do if you're doing super tag. I will roll to see if he snaps it off of himself.
Alright,
But
I am going to do
otherwise-
super tag.
Okay. Yeah. But you don't have to roll anything other than that. Okay. Sounds good then. Spell super tag. I just throw each procedure twice, double potency, it's twice. Tags. Find. I see. Okay.
I
So-
haven't quite finished it.
You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, I'll just assume good qualities. So, let me roll him trying to snap it off. The 100 plus is Dex in this case. Ba-da-ba-dum. He does not pull it off in time.
Whew.
It does go off. He will take 200 mental damage. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, his mind is ringing from the sheer explosion of mental damage.
And seeing how I do have more AP, I'll probably do a quick deployment of an explosion tag to the closest Marauder.
Okay. Sounds fine to me. What's the explosion radius on that?
It says expansion 1.
Expansion one. Gotcha. Seems good. Do you have enough movement to move one or two more to the right?
Let me just check. Yes, I do.
Okay. Move two more to the
I
right.
can move.
You can move how much more?
I think only one actually.
You have
If that
15
was
movement.
10. Yeah, so that's. Yeah, I can only move one more.
Move one to the right and then draw a line to the center of the circle.
Oh, that's not.
Uh,
So 30?
Yeah, it's more just to see the LOS because I need to do it. But you can get here, so we'll leave out the top left Marauder.
Okay.
Seems fine to me. Okay, so you hit Marauders. This is an explosive tag.
Yes.
Okay.
I got Joshua's.
All right, you got them all. They're all burned, which affects their ability to regenerate or to like heal.
All right. And that's all I can do right now. So I'll end my turn.
All right. That is end of turn. Next person is Borach.
Okay. I had two quick questions. One depending on your answer, but would it be possible, or I don't know if Borach has the current ability to infuse Psycho Orange into his bullets?
Let me double check if I care. It seems fine to me. The only one where I would have to think twice about it is tier 3.
Okay. And would this cost, I guess, the same amount of AP for shooting the bullet, and then obviously using Psycho Orange?
Yeah, so it'd be 20 Realmic or whatever tier of Psycho Orange you want to pay for, and then just shooting a ranged weapon, which is 15 or 20, something like that. I'd have to double check. I believe it's total 15. Yeah, 15.
15. Right. Okay. So Borach quickly pulls out his handgun, and I think, I guess, can he shoot the Marauder right here from this angle? Or
If it doesn't like pass through a player, then you can easily do it. If it passed through a player, you have to do some funny money. So here it's like a little too much. So you'd have to go right one probably. Like here you could definitely do it. It doesn't pass through him at all.
Okay. So Borach would move to the right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then if he used the Psycho Orange to his bullet and attempts to shoot the Marauder.
All right.
Okay, and that would be...
Okay. So you know, Psycho Orange envelops your handgun as you fire off a bullet. It almost sinisterly cackles through the air. It plummets into his body. He will take 17 range damage minus 5. 12 here. And stamina damage. And then he will take a sizable chunk of mental damage. Uh, there.
All right. And I'm assuming 3 just bullets would be, I guess, 75 AP.
Three
If
bullets.
I'm making the math.
No. The 3 bullets would just be 15, 15, 15, which is 45.
45. My math is way off. Okay, got it.
You and me both, brother.
Yeah, 75 would be 6 bullets. I think. No, yeah.
Yeah. Let me do this real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. Okay, so Borach will then shoot his gun again. No Psycho Orange, just a regular bullet to the Marauder. The same Marauder that he shot.
Okay. You would need 2 to kill him.
2? Okay. So shoot another one.
Okay.
So that gets that.
He dies dead even, straight up at exactly 0.
Okay.
Falls to the ground due to being burned. He cannot come back. So he dies forever.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. And then the last bullet he'll shoot, but he'll shoot at General Styx with the infused Psycho Orange bullet,
All right.
if possible.
Yeah, that's totally possible. 17. Home minus 100. Home.
Okay.
Total corruption cost would have been 40.
40?
Yeah.
1
One for each.
Right. Right. Okay.
Every day you, if you don't like do anything specific to not have it or have extra, you always have 1, essentially like a water skin of corrupted fluid. So you can always refill your corruption to full once per day, essentially.
Right. Okay. Okay. Then he looks at Cuford, and I guess he's wondering if. Well, I guess I'm wondering if he can actually assist him.
Yep. You get
okay.
1 per day. You can call Cuford.
Okay. But he just looks at him saying, "Hey, are you ready?"
Yeah, I got
so,
you. You have anything in mind? I have 3 attacks for Cuford.
Okay.
They don't cost you anything.
Long range.
They just use assist stocks in the system, so you only get 1 per day, but they don't cost anything at all.
Okay. Are they long range or? close?
He has a trap one. He has a deployment one, like deploys like a creature essentially, like a servant of his. And he has a magical one, like a magic trick that's a ranged attack.
Okay. So he tells Cuford to use his magic one.
All right,
Um,
I got you. And he flourishes a deck of cards and throws them over the enemy, and they explode into this confetti-like substance. As it falls along all of these guys, the paper lands on their skin and it acidically burns through, as if like sodium, the metal. And yeah, they start screaming in pain. And he makes a like, oops, my mistake kind of gesture. And yeah, they take acid damage from this fun confetti-like attack. Boom. -1 fiddy on all of them.
Wow.
Okay.
There you go.
And I'll end my turn.
Perfect. Marauders' turns. The Marauders freaking out that this is happening and knowing that they're all on fire except for this top left Marauder. They put themselves out because fire bad. They can fail this check. It's extremely hard to fail, but I will roll it, just letting you know ahead of time. To fail it, they need to roll below 50, which can definitely happen. It's not like they're exceptional at this check, but yeah, one of them fails. So, we'll say, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This one doesn't. No, I'll put the two in the back so it's obvious. The two in the back are not burned. And these Marauders change their positions to here. And these get closer to behind him right here. And they activate a Marauder Spiral. It's 4 of them, right? 4D. That was understandable. I didn't add their strength. I'm going to do it after the fact. Okay. Let me. Oh. Funny, haha. Okay. You just like move circles around. Come on, guys.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy that they don't let you do that.
I just want to move it. I like put it and then just move it around, but it's like nope.
Nope. Not allowed.
Okay. Let me double check the distance here. Not meet that criteria. They can hit. Here. They attempt to hit Blaze and Iris with this technique. It will hit for 41 stamina damage pre-flat defense.
41?
Yep, 41 before flat defense. Would you like to block, dodge, or take it?
I have to take it.
Seems fine. You'll take 21, Blaze.
No, because why do I have 20, like an extra 5 flat defense right now?
Yeah, from the dragon transformation.
Okay.
Akin to giving you, like, better armor.
Makes sense.
I can block.
Alright, you block, it doubles your flat defense, which puts you at...
It's not great.
Well, yeah, your flat defense is really bad. Reasonable.
I'm a weak lady.
Yeah,
I should have given you one of the endurance stakes.
Oh wait. Yeah, I
That's
do
what I should've
technically
done.
have
Nah.
+5.
Yeah, okay. You
Produce
can
the bath.
block
Thanks.
because your block minimum is less than the minimum. You will block 5. You take 36.
All right. Thanks.
No
It's
problem.
almost like you forgot we had a whole meal earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, taking damage. It's a boss battle, so.
Yeah.
They would end up like here, but because I don't want to place them technically on top of Iris, because he spins them around like a Beyblade. We're
Whoa.
gonna say he was one below this and just got bumped one above because he didn't want to move Iris' position. I guess I will move her position actually, because it technically matters, and I'd rather do that. So, actually, it's your choice. Do you want to get bumped downward or to the right?
I'll go down.
Okay. All right. Marauders done. Blaze turn.
Okay, so I regen. Okay, that's still not 50 stamina. That's fine, I guess. Even though I wanted to wild cleave twice. If I were to do a skill that would put, or a spell that would put me under, like into the negative stamina, would that just mean I'm just killing myself?
You would take a lasting wound, which exacerbate every time or by how much you go under.
Mm-hmm.
Which are permanent disfigurements usually, or they cost money to get rid of, essentially. Like losing an eye or an arm or something like that. In this case, it wouldn't be that severe because you did it to yourself. But it would leave like a large scar on you somewhere.
Okay.
I messed up one second.
So, per se, the only way to die is for an enemy to, like, drain you below 0.
So let's say it was a normal character, especially like an Iris or something. If they slugged her below 0, she would get a lasting wound. And then based off what they did, so let's say it's a sword strike, I would say that she loses a hand or something like that, yeah. And then she would have a prosthetic hand, so she could do most of the same stuff. But I would minus dex checks that had to do with that. And then not the ones for initiative and all the normal stuff, seeing things, perception. Those wouldn't be affected. And then if she got injured again, she'd like lose an arm from the same type of injury. That's what I do instead of like the character straight dies for 2 reasons. One, when players just like character die, they lose a bunch of like inherited like, oh, I really like this character. The other players lose that for that character. They feel depressed about the character being dead, all this other stuff. The character narrative stop working. And if that person just wanted to switch characters anyway, then it kind of gives them a new character that's completely fine. Like, it doesn't feel like a punishment. Not that it needs to feel like a punishment. And I think it's more grounded and feels more real to deal with the character recovering from a loss than to feel like, oh, well, I'm a different person. Hi guys, you know, and then you just reintegrate to the party, and you have to like constantly remember what stuff you don't remember because your other character does. So yeah, I like wounding them more.
In Blaze's case, like, because he technically can't die, right? Like,
Yeah, in Blaze's
he'd probably
case in
still get, like-
specific, what happens is he dies, and unlike Leo or whatever, he comes back tomorrow. He comes back immediately, but he receives a curse immediately.
okay. So automatic curse, not even like an extra quest or anything that he has to do.
Correct. He gets scarred and then gets immediate cursed. The way to
Okay.
get rid of curses are to do those quests, and then instead of taking the blessing, you have to remove the curse.
I see. Okay. So, can I move like in between 2 characters here, or would I have to go around?
In that specific case, you can't, because they're like basically locking you out.
So how close can I get?
You can stand here, you can do all that stuff. It's just you can't path through 2 people diagonally like this. It's not possible.
Could I do this?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll use my movement to go there. And then I'll do Pimp, Imitation, Wild, Cleave.
That makes sense. You hit
Which-
3 people.
Yeah. So 40 AP, 25 stamina.
Imitation, Wild Cleave. It's different. Doesn't remember well. AoE, all adjacent enemies, 360 around you. Makes sense to me. Interesting. Only the weapons skill 5. Each increased damage when attacking more than one enemy at a time, especially those adjacent to yourself. Takes remove damage penalty. What the fuck is wrong with me? On typing some of these things. I'm like going through the sheets to read the things and then I see a typo and fix it. Okay. Yep, that makes sense. You do full damage because the way Wild Cleave works for him didn't have reduced damage because it's a spell. And then you hit all 3 of these guys. I'm not gonna do the damage calc because these die straight up. This one obviously won't just die. He will take the damage, but with the bonus of having 2 adjacent targets. Which rate 1.2x. 62.5. Alright. Slash R 62.5 times 1.2 equals 75. There you go. Do that much damage, you killed the 2 guys. Bada boom, bada bing. What do you do?
Okay, with my remaining resources, I don't think it really makes much sense to try to do another Wild Cleave unless I die.
Okay.
Unless I want to, but I don't think
Nah,
I don't think
I
Blaze is
agree, it's
intentionally
bad.
trying to die.
Yeah.
So I think he'll try to do maybe a salvo here, but salvo can only hit 1 target, right? It can't be spread out among 3.
Salvo could be 1 target, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it specifies that it's only other targets, right?
It just says banner array of shots at a target. Chance
Yeah.
of missing.
It's just 1 target.
So it's only 1 target. I can't like spread it out among 3.
No, it says A, which is, not clear.
Okay.
If it said at 1 target, then it would be specific. If it says a target, it just means that you pick targets.
Okay.
In this case, you're picking him 3 times.
Okay. So can I choose all 3 of the targets to shoot at then?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try that.
The only people you could shoot from this position, though, are him. The other 2 are
Oh.
blocked by him.
Okay. Trying to think then. I could spend the cost to move, but if I move to the left or right, then I'm choosing 1 target to go up against, kind of thing, right? So
Yep.
would pinpoint shot work? Because it it almost bends to its target if I squint long enough.
Pinpoint shot works because of the way crossout explain the move works, which is it bends bullets, yeah.
Okay, cool. So I will cross point. Oh yeah, I'll cross out art pinpoint shot. The dude that's almost dead on his right, on my right. So 15 and 30.
Okay. What's the damage on that?
Damage is 47.625.
Bless you.
He's not dead?
No.
Okay, well, I'm doing it again.
Again.
Alright, well, that will kill him, but he won't disappear. Because they're not burned.
Yet.
All right, I'm out of
Oh
AP.
God.
I'll remind you, because it's the first time, Liam, alright? You have elemental cartridges in your gun.
Yeah, I didn't think that I had those yet. I thought I had to buy them.
No, you have 3 that came with the gun.
Oh. Which elements?
We'll say it's fire for this.
Okay. So could that last shot have been a fire shot?
Yeah.
Cool. So, how should I best keep track of, like, spent cartridges?
Just put a 2 next to the gun, if that's where you're looking.
Like, in equipment?
Yeah. That's the wrong gun, but yeah.
There you go.
Hi. Alright, great.
Okay. All right. So, I guess I should technically change the wording of my embolism to make this next thing make more sense. It'll basically be the same thing though. It just matters for an idea I have for a play.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, I want to change the wording from slashing attacks deal mental damage to people hit by slashing attacks take mental damage.
That's fine. It would have applied the same way both ways, but it's good to specify.
I'm specifying that because of what I plan on doing.
Does that mean, like, imitation cleave would have done mental earlier, or no?
No, because you
you
would have
were
had to
in
be
the
within
radius.
5 meters of
Yeah.
Grant.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm changing that, and I'm going to run over there. I can move 30. That's 25. I checked before. And I am going to call Heim over for a little team maneuver.
Okay.
So ideally, mainly because it makes it better for me and Blaze's movement, the reason I said what I said earlier is because if I have Heim appear here on the other side, then it would still proc the thing because he's in the aura. And it's easier for me and Blaze to get out if Heim's not like in the way right there between us. If that's necessary. So, does it cost AP to do an assist? I don't remember if you said that when Borach was doing.
No,
the
I said it's
movement
completely costless.
Okay, it's just the once a day caveat.
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, I want us to do a little team attack on the guy here, and I will go ahead and pay more. I'll go ahead and pay for the to keep the +3 going as well. Because that matters. So that I'm still doing like the most possible damage I can do here. And what I want to do is I want to kind of like, can I like, what would it be? Well, I guess, can we do like because I know that Heim uses a big fucking sword. I do know this. So, can I get Heim to just with me? We both do big fucking slash attack on this guy.
Yeah, that seems fine.
The cross slash that I did to him when we were training.
Yeah.
I don't know how much damage that would do, but that's what I want to do.
Okay. So you and him do this big cross slash maneuver. And you do that first, or like I just want to know the damage order of operations.
I want to. I already paid for Lover's Quarrel, so I have my extra strength.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at 21 strength right now, technically. And this would probably be factoring in two-handed damage because most sword attacks already do.
Yeah.
I guess. Does shouting a phrase only work for cutting through materials, or does it also make my cut do more damage?
It's materials. It doesn't. It only would
Okay.
matter if they had like armor, but he's not wearing armor.
Okay, I was gonna ask if it matters specifically cutting through him because of like regen stuff.
Yeah, not at all. If his
Um,
bones were like metal, like some Wolverine shit. then
Yeah,
it would.
okay. That makes sense. Then yeah, I just I already paid for the extra with Lover's Quarrel. And I'm gonna put in a nice little slash with Heim. I guess technically I could make my half of the slash Anger of the Earth, and he could make his half of the slash like one of his spells, I guess. And that would, I guess, maximize damage. So that's what I'd want to do.
All right. You do that plan.
Oh, big mental damage. Also, since I didn't Anger the Earth slash, let me roll this. Please don't. Okay. Unlucky again. Hold that, fucker.
Yep.
You're not getting rid of that. Not on my watch. And then I want to I want to attempt to debuff him.
Okay.
So I'm going to stick my sword in the ground. Okay. Everybody's gonna watch me stick my sword in the ground after cutting through this guy. And I'm going to. Can I attempt to grab him?
Grab him. Yeah.
Okay. And then say so I can do my mid-air multi-lock. Because the plan is I'm gonna grab him, throw him in the air. Do I have to roll strength for that?
No.
Okay. I just didn't know if Styx was like relatively strong or anything.
He's pretty strong, but yeah, he can't like resist this check or anything.
Okay. So I'm gonna grab him and throw him in the air. And as I do, I am going to oh wait, Grant's a guy. Hold on, I gotta roll this again. Okay, we're good. I forgot I did the genderman thing. So I will throw this guy in the air, and I'm going to let's see. You said this guy's a martial guy, right?
Yeah.
While we're in the air, I'm going to do arm break. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from arm break into a launch, so that he's thrown further away.
Okay.
So it'll weaken his unarmed, and then as we land, I'm going to I guess great throw would make more sense. I'm going to great throw him away from the party so that we aren't affected by the AoE.
Okay.
When his turn comes up next.
Makes sense.
And that'll do. That'll also do stamina damage. So that'll do 54 stamina damage.
Gotcha. What's your strength?
21. Because of modifiers that I got right now.
Yeah, no problem.
And then I'm going to. I have to pay my costs real quick. So 1 sec. Is that also 40? Just making sure. It is also 40. So let me do this. And then I will probably this guy next to me, this Marauder. We were gonna keep these guys for information, but I guess it's best to just eliminate them. So I'll spend. No, I can't do that. I will. Damn. I have just barely not enough. That's tough. Well, I guess what I'll do is I will move back 1. And because I still have 5 movement left over. And I will I have AP left over, but not enough to do anything substantial with it. So what I'm going to do is end my turn and kind of just hope I don't get hit, because protect costs 22 and not 20 for me. So.
All right. It is General Styx's turn. He'll perform only one of 2 moves. /RD2. Twice. Oh, he does.
Does he have to roll to get out of unlucky or anything like that?
He does.
Roll unlucky and gender bin.
He's unable to get out either. So he's going to attempt to stab with his best attack twice. His target is unable to be Blaze.
Yes, because I'm in between him and Blaze.
Yeah.
So I guess it technically counts as me protecting.
He targets Borach twice.
Wow. I'm kind of lucky. Wow.
He attempts to hit Borach for 52 and 27.
I'd protect if I could, but that's 2 more AP than I got.
Would you like to block Borach? You could block like that first one, for example. Block an extra 9.
Sorry. Yeah, I would like to block.
Okay. You will take. $52 after all flat defenses. Stamina damage.
52 is
Okay.
big, damn.
Let's see. My flat defense is 9.
Yeah, I applied all of it already.
Oh, you already did.
52 is the
That's what
final
you
damage.
meant. Right. Okay, got it. Right.
Borach's pretty durable. It's
Yeah,
light work for him.
it's fine.
You got pretty lucky on the second one in particular. The first one was high rolled though. All right, and then his turn will end. Iris.
Can I kind of... So his mental health,
Yeah.
if I was to do two,
2 supers will take him out.
2 supers will?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good, because I'm gonna get real low mental. Alright, I'm going to,
I mean, that's why Sigillists are shotgun casters, so it's what is supposed to happen.
Alright, yeah. Okay, so I'll quick rewrite so I can have 2 more of those mind tags.
You'll just put those in rotation next time, so you always have them.
Yes, yes. Yeah. And then... I am going to move closer, because wait, I can... Okay, yeah. I do have to move closer.
Yeah, you can easily move, like, here or whatever.
I'll move there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to quick deploy
Yeah.
both of them.
Well, they need to be, like, supered.
Yes, I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to do the super. Oh no. Okay, 1 second.
Oh no.
Okay. Yes.
He's not going to be able to pass the check for pulling them off because he's unlucky.
Hey! Look, hold on, the Grand Irish combo goes crazy.
Yes,
Hey, shout out to that extra 10 mental you got also.
Thank goodness, yeah. Oh, that's gonna... Oh, wait, that helps me so much more. Okay, phew. Okay, yes. I will super them and, like, Gambit from X-Men, like, chuck the 2 things at him.
Yeah.
Try to slap them on his face.
They land, his mind goes, erupts from pain, and he passes out. Conked out on the ground.
Somebody take care of that, Marauder, because we need to burn that fucker.
I was just nods. But, I mean, I could do that. No, that's all I'll do. I could end my turn.
Alright, battle ends.
Oh,
This Marauder can't exist in this situation.
okay.
So he disappears like a ghost in the night.
Wow. All right.
I'm gonna run
Well,
up.
yeah. Burn this fucker. Somebody burn this fucker.
I'm gonna run up and
Drop
just
a bunch
start,
of
like...
tags all over him, like a giant ritual circle wraps around him. Throw all the tags on
Yeah.
top of him and create a pyre with his body. Obviously after throwing his loot out of his pockets.
Yes, yes.
I created a button.
You
for this.
were really prepared for an immortal opponent.
Did it seem that way? That's great then.
Interesting. Wow. You really come for everything, don't you?
Yep, that's me. I can do this.
Wow.
Definitely. Definitely had them ready. Didn't have to write anything new. Just had them on me. Always prepared.
Of course, of course. Plus 100 base gold to everyone. I get 100 plus my bonus?
I feel rich.
What's my bonus for that, Nylan? Oh, shit! Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Now, does this ritual that I'm performing destroy the body completely?
Yes, it obliterates it beyond reasonable recognition.
All right.
Okay. Let me go ahead and get my 150 gold. Shit.
If it wasn't for the 10 extra mental, I would have been down with 2 mental.
Don't ever say I did nothing for you.
All right, we'll have to wrap there.
Mhm.
Waiting
Okay.
on me, unfortunately.
But we
Why
will
you sick?
get
That's crazy.
to part of.
I know it's crazy. But that will be what it is. We will get to what happens with many others in the next one. I apologize to Quay ahead of time.
It's
This is-
okay.
This is sick. This is sick.